So as you know, my name is Daniel Gazzola. I am a managing director with Newmark Knight Frank over here in Melville. I'm very happy to be here today to talk about the industrial market in Long Island, where we are today, where we're going to be going, and how we got where we are here. But first, I want to kind of roll the clock back. I want to talk about a little statistic that I feel is important. Let's take you back to 2007. Remember, before Bernie Madoff and Lehman Brothers? At that time, the industrial real estate market was considered to be at its peak. And I'm telling you that today, 10 years later, leasing and sale values are about 20 to 25% higher than they were then. See, the industrial market is not only resilient, but it has rebounded in such a way. But there's really three reasons why we're putting up those kinds of numbers. First reason is that the industrial market is not what your dad remembers. The little machine shops making parts for the defense industry, little messy machine shops, oil on the floor, and metal shavings. No. The industrial market has adapted in a tremendous way to the changing needs and demands. You could go through an industrial park today, and in one building you would see 300 kids running around, having a ball, driving go-karts, shooting lasers, jumping on trampolines. When I was a kid, I had pinned the tail on a donkey. The next building, they'd be making sausages. The next one over, they're making aspirins. The next guy's making the printing labels that go on the aspirin bottles. It's a very, very varied market. And that has helped the industrial market rebound from different needs and uses. See, a well-built industrial building, you could do just about anything with it. So that has really helped it stay strong. Second reason is that, look around the room. Everything in this room needs to be designed and tested, manufactured, warehoused, and distributed to you and you and you. And all of that is done in industrial buildings, and that is not going to change. There's no phone app that's going to hurt the industrial market. Not going to happen. We live in a physical world, not a virtual world. You're not going to be sitting on your virtual couch watching football, eating a virtual hamburger. These things need to be made, they need to be distributed, and they need to get to you. And all of that is done in industrial buildings. And when the economy is flowing and doing well, and we're purchasing, we are fueling that industrial machine. Right now, that machine is humming real nice. Third reason the industrial market is putting up those kinds of numbers, and I know it's not news, but it's continuing the continuing eastern migration from the boroughs of Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island City. And they are coming for money. They either sold their building for many multiples of what you pay out here, or they're a tenant. And they're used to paying numbers that are virtually double what you pay in even Nassau and Suffolk County. So they're coming out here, and this is like a kid in a candy store, and they're gobbling up our space. So those three things have contributed to the numbers that we're putting up today. And that's all good. So what does that really mean? I'm going to tell you a story that I think will crystallize where we are in the market today. And it's a story about a building located at 190 Express Street in Plainview, not far from here at all. 190 Express Street closed yesterday morning, less than 24 hours ago. The ink is still drying on the papers. My team put that building out on the market about 4 months ago. It's a 40,000 square foot industrial building, and by no means a perfect building. Had very high taxes. Loading wasn't all that great. Offices needed some updating, but it checked off a lot of good boxes. When we put that building out, we knew it was going to be popular. We were not prepared for what happened, though. First week and a half, we were there every hour or every half hour with another appointment. In the first 3 weeks, we had 15 offers on the building. 4 of them at the asking price. And yes, we made a deal. But that's not the story I want to tell you. The story is, what happened to the other 14? So we did a little research. As of this speaking engagement, one of them had to renew their lease. No expansion. One of them bought another building, but much smaller. So not the expansion they planned. One of them is in contract on a building. Broker won't tell me what it is, probably an off-market deal. And the other 11, they're like the Walking Dead looking for that next 190 Express Street. But we don't have it. So now, think about for a moment. If we had 15 of those buildings, if I had gotten 15 of those all at the same time, and we put them on the market, I'm telling you, we would have sold every single one of them. Naturally not at the same price. Standard real estate theory, economic theory, more competition brings the price down. But we would have sold them. I am sure of it. And I've been getting calls on 190 Express, even for the last 2 months since we've been in contract. I got 2 this week. Now think for a moment, the tsunami of revenue that would flow through the local economy. We made 14 deals like that. Think about the architectural services, engineering services, contracting services, every trade. IT people, phone people, furniture people, moving companies, on and on and on. Say nothing of the jobs that would have been created, because I'm telling you, every single one of those companies was expanding. I haven't done a downsize in 3 years. But it didn't happen. That's the market we're into today, in the industrial market. And it's not good. We are losing business. Yes, the economy is humming and we're creating jobs, that's great. In Long Island, in Nassau, Suffolk County, we could be creating a lot more, but we don't have the inventory. So now, who was this increase good for? 25%? Well, I know 2 people. The one who got the building is very happy. The one who sold it is on his way to someplace warm and he retired. So now I'm going to give you my projection for the future. I'm not going to give you a 5-year or a 10-year projection. 10 years projection is ridiculous. That's like, you want to talk about driverless cars, you go 10 years. Economics, the world moves too fast. Only condition I have, one condition, that we don't have a total, complete financial meltdown like we had in 2008. And I don't see that coming. I don't read about people that see that coming. I don't hear about it in the media, so I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to tell you right now, for the first 2 years, next 2 years, we're going to be rock solid. I don't see prices going up. We're already seeing pushback from tenants and buyers. 2 years after that, I see a slight increase. So basically, solid market pricing, as far as pricing is concerned, for the next 4 years. So if you're a landlord, industrial landlord, or you own an industrial building, you've got no plans to make any big moves, selling, buying, you should sleep well at night. You're fat and happy like a baby. If you are a tenant coming into this market, my advice to you is to find yourself a good broker who can be creative, listen to him or her, and make your best deal. If you're a buyer coming into this market, find yourself a good broker who can be creative, listen to him or her, and make your best deal. Now, if you own an industrial building and are looking to sell it or lease it in this market, well, then I could be reached at 631. Oh, sorry, I couldn't help myself. As for the rest of us, who depend on real estate transactions to generate revenue in one way, shape, or form, and I don't just mean brokers, I mean everybody that's related to a real estate transaction. I say to all of you, you better bring your A game and fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a spirited ride. Best of luck to all in the new year. Thank you.